successful black man is joining.
That's a Chewy name.
Alright, I'm throwing out my scraps because the cats are going for it.
Did you hide them at the top of a very tall
Those
bookshelf or
vile
something?
trolls ain't natural. Rot blood sorcerers are using some kind of altar to churn them out, and it's up to you to disrupt the whole operation with a bloody big
I
bang.
could just imagine the kitty cats just
That's
meowing.
right. It'll take black powder to get the
And
job
then
done.
jump
You
up.
know, there's more than enough fire
Super hot.
laying around in Dreistunkel
I bet
mine.
Kelly
Alright,
could
take
jump
it.
to the ceiling.
And put an end to this nasty business.
You know,
Is
it's
this really necessary?
you know, it's pretty
What we've
awesome
done so
for
far is seeing
level,
you
you know, it's
mayflies
like
shiver in the cold.
16th edition.
Hey, worse ways to earn a living than this, mates.
Well, the world has enough
On
of
it.
us. Let's stop more from being created down below.
Why do we keep
Down.
getting this mission?
Always down.
I think we succeeded this mission.
See those
last time.
rails? All of them.
And we also talked about how it sucks.
As we were successfully completing it.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, correction.
and how like Blaze spring. Yeah, that's his mission.
Roughly fails the glaive.
Again, correction. Hit it again.
Tempo is so nice.
Hold on to your hate. Lower the attack.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Meet
I wanna
them
go to
with
bed.
steel and righteous strike.
Another kill? Full bargain! We're at comedy combat!
19 hours.
Over here, quickly now.
Can I ask you another insensitive question about this game balance?
You can start, yeah.
I can start asking you? You're saying my other questions are insensitive?
I'm giving you a hard time.
So I feel like they were insensitive
Is it
and
really
rude.
beyond mayflies to tunnel with any simple
Like, if you want the game to be hard, why not, like, when you knock a talent point, just don't pick one in. Or, like, just don't equip better gear. Like, equip gear that's, like, halfway down your list of power. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like, why not just do that and make it harder? You know? What's the difference between that and, like, using a burst weapon?
We'll turn in a second.
This way! Onwards!
Similar.
Ha!
I mean, I think I know the answer. I'm just asking.
It's similar to like on WoW, where there's an unbalanced like setup and they're just sucking. Everyone just does the talents. There's the talents that are bad, and then there's the talents that everyone picks because it's just objectively the best. And what I'm after is talents that are balanced to where you can make a choice between them because certain ones have trade-offs for other things and other ones have trade-offs for other things, and they're both good just in different ways, not necessarily one's just better than the
Right,
other.
but that's something that the game dev does. That's not something you do.
Sure. And I'm just saying I appreciate when the game devs put those into the
I
game.
could agree with you there.
So all I'm saying is that, in my opinion, from my subjective opinion, it has too many pluses and not enough negatives. And someone might have that one negative, which I think is just that it's a little slightly slow swing, might be so high on their list that they don't like it. But overall, I would say it's got way more pluses than it has negatives on an overall and you know, when I like pick one weapon or another weapon, I'm like, well, I could, you know, get a lot of range, or I could get high damage, and this one's just like, or I could have both. And to me, it's not that I want to be bad. I just want to make an interesting decision. I don't have to play the Blade because, well, it's just the best. I want to be like, well, they're all pretty good, and I like
Right,
this
but
one.
if you purposefully use worse gear, you would have to make way more decisions while playing the game because you wouldn't just be one-shotting a storm or whatever. You'd have to be making decisions about how to tackle the storm. See what I'm saying? Like, what is the difference? You would create more decisions for yourself if you make your character suck. Whether that suck is choosing a certain weapon or not, or choosing a talent or not, or choosing high-powered gear or not. Like, it's irrelevant. You create more brain work for yourself either way. Because if you're using the you know, quote worst talents and the quote worst weapons and the quote worst classes, but you're
it's not about
picking good talents and high power, you're still gonna kind of like face roll the game.
It's not. It's not.
Or like, why play with me? Because I'm gonna try to like kill storm vermins, and that makes it too easy. You don't have to make any decisions.
It's not about easy or hard. It's about finding a weapon that fits my playstyle that I find interesting. And since it's not balanced, you have the pressure of, well, I can't play the weapon that I enjoy using because it's not balanced and objectively. So
okay.
If they were balanced, I could play
So
one
I
that I find
understand
mechanically
what you're.
interesting.
Wait, this is a new concept to me that you just said. Is that you don't enjoy the glaive?
That's what I was trying to say. I go into lawnmower, like, turn my brain off mode. And it's not enjoyable. There's no active decisions for me to be made, so I turn my brain off.
So,
And that's the reason I'm playing
what
this game
I'm
is
saying
micro
is,
decisions.
you would enjoy the glaive, and you would make decisions, and you wouldn't turn your brain off if you took your talents off and you set your gear to really low. You could still use the glaive.
That would maybe make it more interesting for sure. I like the mechanics. I don't like that in swinging, there's no choices to be made. Anything that I want to get done, the answer is swing at it or left click. If it's armor, swing it with left click. If it's horde, swing it with left click. If it's needs to be staggered, swing it with left click. That's what I don't like. It's not about, oh, I didn't do a lot of damage. It's like, whether or not I do a lot of damage or not, I'm still going to be doing the exact same thing every single time. Swing it with left click. Like, okay.
You were just describing to me how you were setting up power combos with with the secondary hit and how like the guy caught you off guard and interrupted you and everything, and you went out and I went to res you.
Yeah, and I would say that me doing that is because I'm bored. I think it's better to probably just left click.
Ah, typical. Now I'm blind.
I think there's a lot of source and sound. I think. Yeah.
Someone pop this. And then like I'm exaggerating to make up.
Okay, well, it would be easier for you if we weren't exaggerating.
So it's just slightly boring because it slightly does everything else. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy the game. It's still things to deal with. It's just I enjoy.
Right, because it doesn't have a downside.
Yeah, but I enjoy other
Slightly
weapons
boring.
more. No, it's just
Because they have downsides.
there's no choices to make. I don't mind not having downside. I want to find a way to have a downside, but I also want to make choices while I'm playing the game.
How can you... literally, a choice is choosing between two downsides.
No, like for example, the Slayer, I choose a lot what weapons to do one because different ones have different perks all the time. And I like that.
Right, because they have downsides for certain ones.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Gunner dead. Are you so fragile, One Eye?
So what do you got?
It's a delight to see your marksmanship reap rewards, crewman. Thank you, sir.
No, I think these two weapons together actually have more upsides than the glaive. The combination is better for all situations, me being able to choose between them. But in any given situation, I have to actively recognize what setup is the best to use, and I appreciate and enjoy doing that. And I also think I get an upside for doing that. That is...
I think he wants it to be that if he is super I think Justin would like a situation where if he's tired, he does worst. And if he's not tired, he does better. That's what he wants. If he finds that he can be super tired and still fucking just win anyway, but then he's just gonna be like, well, what's the point?
Getting this healing. I'll let you guys pick it up. This healing down here.
Am I? Where?
Downstairs.
Okay.
2 levels is a grim though.
Here, that's a walk for
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's so funny. It's more of a funny joke because when Ryan and I were looking for Grims all over the place,
You jumped down there.
and Ryan was like, "Watch me try it," and he just like jumps over the edge.
No, what I said was... I went down there to look for Grims and some rats
Down here, are you all
down
blind?
me. So Troy came down and picked me up off the floor. And as he was walking back up the ladder, I said, "No, Troy, stay right here because I'm about to fall off the edge." And then I walked down to the second level and fell off the edge. Yep.
So here's my argument, right? Let's say everything is perfectly balanced, right? Perfectly balanced. And there's 2 builds. One of them was just Cyclone, and you press your button and you go swim through everyone and you die. And then the other build had like 3 different things, and everyone had a different situation. But they were both perfectly balanced.
Well, that second situation is very big. You just said 3 different things.
Sure. But there's a lot of things to think about, and there's like a lot of interesting mechanics too. And you gotta do this, do
But
that.
that's vague. What do you mean by that?
Interesting mechanics that are above just pressing the button and walking around.
Double the discipline!
My point is, if you had to choose between 2 builds that were balanced, and one of them had more interesting mechanics, I would choose the one with more interesting mechanics that was just as balanced, and I think you would too.
What I'm saying, I agree with you, and what I'm saying is anything that does well, you're going to say it's not interesting. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the way the weapon operates. It has everything to do with the outcome that you're experiencing as you play.
I think the Slayer is ridiculously good, and I also am enjoying it a lot. So I don't think that's true.
But I mean, I think I can look at that class and say it's not that great, and I think you can look online for other people's opinions and they could say it's not great. I think pretty objectively you could say the Slayer's at an extreme disadvantage without a ranged weapon, and there isn't a whole lot of benefit to the loss of being able to handle one of the specialists. And
The cart survived, as did its cargo.
you think it's good because you have approved yourself to play it, because it's like wacky, and it's not like, you know, because you struggle. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
I'm screaming for it.
Hold your breath, shield your eyes. Stay alert for gunners, mayflies.
No, watch out! Oh, never mind, that's successful black man.
No, we don't care about successful black men. Just leave him alone to die.
Whether or not I am playing a class that's worse, all I want to acknowledge is that it's not the fact that it's worse, it's the fact that it has interesting mechanics is what I'm playing. And your argument is that just because it's good, then I'll eventually find that it doesn't have interesting mechanics, and I would disagree.
No, that's not what my argument is. My argument is you'll play it because it's not that good. You'll allow yourself to play.
If I was interested in the blade mechanics and felt like I had to think about things, I would be definitely playing.
Right, but the problem is you're not interested in anything you're not struggling with.
I don't think that's true. That's what I'm saying. It's not that I'm struggling, it's the fact that I have to think about different situations and do different things at different times. That's what I like. It has nothing to do with whether or not I'm struggling, it's whether or not I have to think.
Yeah.
There's a troll.
And those are very different things.
Yeah, I guess it's not even about sleepiness now that I think about it. I don't know. It's like...
Because you're very right. I completely agree. I would rather you think about something than have a lazy, boring nonsense. 100% agree with you. But I don't feel like... Number one, I don't feel like the glaive does... I think you're exaggerating about the glaive to suit your own situation. I think you're exaggerating about the Slayer to suit your own situation. I don't think that there's that much more interesting involvement in the Slayer as compared to the glaive. I think, in fact, there's considerably less because you have completely removed the entirety of ranged combat from your game. So you're making considerably less decisions.
That's the same reason I played Warlock. I think there's obviously dips, and I played him for a long time, so there's dips where he was worse, there's dips where he was top damage, and I played him throughout the entire time because his mechanics were interesting to me. Whether or not it was good, whether or not it was bad, I liked it a lot when I was top damage and ripped him to shreds because it was overpowered, and at the end of the day I stuck with it the entire time because the mechanics were really interesting to me.
Sigma!
I didn't just quit when I was high damage. Like, oh, well, that's enough of that shit. It was interesting the whole time because they were interesting mechanics.
I mean, that was
And I
too
wrote-
long ago. That was 10 years ago, so I can't really recall
I'm out!
when you quit or why.
I mean, I just quit because it became a job. I quit because I was overpowered at the time.
I know. And I don't think proving that you didn't quit because of that is like evidence to the opposite.
I think it is. If I was just riding the wave of whatever's not overpowered, I would have loved Warlock when he was overpowered and only played him when he wasn't. I don't like
Well, I think
whirlwind
that was
builds.
10 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, here, I think Justin just wants something to constantly think about. So when you're playing the glaive, what do you have to constantly think about?
Let's ask a different question. When you're playing Slayer, what do you have to constantly think about?
If the enemies are thin enough or thick enough that I have to go into sweeping mode, it's definitely slower at killing and doesn't deal with specials as much, but it's very good for dealing when the thickness is thicker than the...
Trey just walked away from his computer, by the way. He asked that question and then just didn't even stay for the answer.
Well, no, he asked a question and you asked a different question to answer.
I was asking it of them. Whoever. What is attack interruption time when taking damage? That's like...
What?
Never mind. I think I know what it is. Goodness.
Goodbye, successful black man.
Yeah, so I guess here's what I'll say. I have a bias that I've built up over the years that I've known you and Troy. I know this is my bias, I'm not saying it's true. But I know Troy's going to pick something wacky when he's playing these games. He's not gonna pick
Yeah.
the meta pick. Ever.
And I think
That's just Troy.
Troy likes doing
And-
that because
and-
Troy likes
I would.
And he will never pick, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was.
Because he wants to play something wacky. Now, that's what I know about Troy. What I thought I knew about you, Justin, was that you want to struggle while you're playing. And you do not like it when you're doing well. And I've played a lot of games with you, and every single time we start doing well, you start complaining when the game's going. And every single time that we're struggling, you're still into it.
Sure. I think
And
it's-
that's probably a bias, and I'm probably wrong. I don't know, but that's what I know about you. Is that you want to pick something that sucks, so that you struggle, and you're still interested.
Sure. I would say I feel like Troy likes doing that because he likes to figure the problem out and make it so that it doesn't
Yeah.
suck. So yeah, I don't know what Troy's intention, and Troy can agree or disagree, but like yeah, I would say that that's probably true, and that's his reasoning for it. And to be fair, I think a lot of the time he does make it work and figure it out. It may be abnormal, but I would say like if he finds it to be good, he's usually happy that he found it to be good and
Right.
sticks with
I
it.
agree with you there. Yeah.
So for me,
But I will say, the thing that I know about Troy is that he's never going to pick the one that is the
sure, but I would say it's less. I would say it's
It's
less.
never going to happen.
Sure, I would say it's less of like he doesn't want to be good at playing the game, and more of like
No,
he
that's
wants,
not
he
what I'm
wants the
saying.
challenge of
He
finding
wants to
something
be
for
good.
himself.
He wants to be good, but he wants it to be his own personal thing that's working off the wall.
Cool.
And
So,
again, I want to say all of this as it's just biases that I feel like I've picked up on that are probably not true. And I love hanging out with you guys anyway, but I just figured I'd talk about it because that's what we're talking about.
yeah, I would say I have a little twinge of that as well. No qualms there. Like, I like trying to see if I can get something to work, but I'm not like, that's all I can think about and that's all I can do. And what I would say is my priority is I want to find a rotation, you know, because I think that applies to a lot of games. I want to find a rotation that I think is interesting and enjoying, and when I sit down to the game, rather than turning my brain off, I'm turning my brain on. Like, you know.
Here's I'm gonna try to say this another way because I feel like I've brought it up a couple times, but I feel like you will always get to the point where you turn your brain off because it's just a matter of learning. There's nothing that will ever be
Sure, and I might switch because of
unlearnable.
that. Sure, I might
There's
switch.
nothing that will ever be unlearnable and that you'll not sort of turn your brain off when you do it.
I would agree, but like that's what I'm after. You know, whether or not that overlaps heavily with me choosing something that's worse, that could very well be true, but that's at least not the motivation for it. It's just that a lot of times, games will have builds that are very, very simple, but yet somehow always overpowered anyways, and I don't want to play that. So, like, yeah, you might say, well, then you're playing something worse, and it's not because it's worse, it's because it's boring as fuck. And I think the Warlock is a good example, where it's just like, I've always found it interesting even when I look. And that's why I stuck with it for 10 years.
I can't really speak to that. It's just too long.
Yeah, sure.
I recognize what you're saying.
And if the Slayer
My
just
take
is
on the
very,
whole
very good, I'll probably
situation-
stick with them for a long time.
My take on the whole situation is that I agree with you to a lot of points that you bring up. But the part where I disagree with you is that you will pick up a glaive for a round and you will say, my brain is off, I'm bored, I don't want to do this. And I think that, and this is again just a personal opinion, I think that nothing is that bland. There's always interesting stuff in any sort of setup, weapons or builds or anything. I think that you very quickly will write it off and not actually give it a chance. And I don't know why it is, but I think it's because the weapon's good.
No,
And I think there is complexity that you are not interested in even looking for in any weapon, not just the glaive, but in any weapon, because you're looking for something that's not good. And you write it off after one game. I mean, half of it.
Well, I mean,
You played
you
the
guys,
glaive
you
for
guys,
half
you
of
guys
a match.
noticed that my elf was the highest level of character I have, right? I have played dozens and dozens of Blade games.
Yeah, but not as a
Not
shade.
with you. Like, yeah. I mean, it's not like the Blades that I can intersect the mechanics of what the Blades would be like on the shade.
What's that? What did you say?
Yeah, that rattling
This berserker's gonna get back up this.
What are you waiting for, Lumberjack? Up the ladder!
one ledge here. It's like you get super stuck on. It's so weird. So, did I hear you right that you said
Down these steps.
you can guess how it will work with as the shade?
I know
is that
what.
you said?
I do think there's probably some good interaction with some backstabs that I haven't figured out necessarily, but I do know that that's not most of the game when you're playing Shade. Most of the game is still just the horde swingy swing. And
So, a lot of what you're saying right now are assumptions. And that's kind of what I was saying you were doing, is that you are not interested in exploring the possibility that there might be something interesting. You're writing it off right away.
I would disagree if I hadn't been
If you just
it's like me getting on
haven't
Kruber and being like,
played
well,
it,
I guess I don't know what the two-handed hammer's like. Like, what?
what I know, and this is what I'm talking about,
This
Justin.
way.
I don't agree that you know what the two-handed hammer is like on Kruber. I completely disagree with that. I think it is
Strangles no more. Ammunition stash.
wrong to assume that you know how the two-handed hammer is going to play as Kruber, and I think that it's going to be very different from Mindbreaker, and if you tried it and actually gave it like a real go, you would see that it's very different. But you don't, and you assume that it.
Or will be different.
You are trying to get me to make another assumption. I'm not making an assumption. I'm just saying I believe that there is complexity in anything. I don't know what it would be. I'm not going to make an assumption. You're the one that wants to make an assumption.
How long would I have to play Blade before I'd be like, well, I find this boring?
She's doing all right, though.
I mean, 0 minutes. You could just choose not to use it. There's a ton of weapons that I've chosen to just never use once. It's whatever, you know. You don't have to use a weapon.
There's a phone game called Card Thief, which has a lot of very interesting mechanics
Hold up.
and
I'm feeling a touch out of
very
sorts.
well done, solid app, beautiful artwork, like interesting mechanics. And it's just outright
That was a cheat hit.
And I've tried for like a week to just play through it because I'm like, well, maybe there's something in
Yeah.
complexity that I don't see. Or no, like,
Yeah.
every time I open it up, they're like red things. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna keep doing it.
Right. I hear you there. But I think
I'm definitely not gonna do it because it's like, well, it's the overpowered weapon, so I have to use it. Otherwise, I'm just picking the bad one. If I'm bored, I'm bored, and I want to play something I'm interested in. If it happens to be a good one, I'll be happy. And if it happens to be a bad one, I'll probably decide not to play it after a while. If it's actually that bad, and I can't figure it out.
Oh, I think I just lost the Grim because I didn't.
Yeah,
Is what?
potion, and yeah.
We gotta open this door to get the Grimoire. I don't know how to open it. It says you have to like hit the wrong button sequence in order to open it.
Oh, you're reading the guides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. Yeah, I haven't figured this room out, so I didn't know there was a right or wrong thing that you could figure out. I thought you could just press the buttons, and then once all three are pressed, then it opens. I can appreciate your perspective, where like it looks from maybe the outside that I just anytime something's good, I'm like, well, that's boring. And that's not really the case. It might have a large grueling intersection where that may be the case, but that's not inspiration. And there could be a scenario where I find something interesting that's overpowered, and I would be happy.
I mean, I think at a base level, I understand where you're coming from. It's like putting in invulnerability cheats to make the game boring. But,
Justin, come with me. I don't know where it is in here.
but like, I don't think that, like, you know, a weapon can be compared to invulnerability cheats.
I think it's a gradient, so like you can't say that a weapon can't be unbalanced.
I didn't say that they can't. I just said that there's small enough imbalance that it's inconsequential.
That could be the case, and the reason I would then not play it is because I don't enjoy its overpoweredness when I'm actively using it.
Right, you don't enjoy that it's good.
No, I don't enjoy the mechanics.
You just said you don't enjoy its overpoweredness.
That's very good. I don't enjoy executing its overpoweredness because the execution is not
Revealing an
enjoyable
onward
action.
path and another door.
I mean,
Right now, I feel overpowered in this group
That's
of
fair.
new 6 and 11 level characters. I'm having a lot of fun being the top dog in this setup right here. The fact that I'm overpowered in this level setup is not a problem for me because I'm playing a character that I find mechanically interesting. Now I won't want to do it for 2,000 hours at this level of difficulty, but I'm having fun right now.
Meet them, steel and righteous
I
strike.
don't know. What am supposed to do?
Press the button.
The door. That's not normal. The business is settled. Good runner.
With the winds.
I'm out of ammo.
Another one!
thank you for talking to me about that.
This is not more.
My perspective, to just talk about myself real quick, is there have been a lot of times in a lot of games where I have felt like I've discovered the best thing and what to do with it, and less than 24 hours later, I've completely changed my mind. And then 24 hours after that, I've completely changed my mind again.
Random
And
give
there's
you this heal.
a lot of complexity that if you had asked me the first day, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've got it all figured out. And then it's just not true. There's so much to do and think about that doesn't occur to me right away. And it's very rare that I've found games where that's not the case, where I can't like explore further and do something better. And yeah,
Yep.
and that's just been my perspective on it. It's too easy for me to write something off and make something about it before I actually get in there and say, oh, this is how it actually works. And that's different from what I thought was going to happen. You know, there's one of the questions I always ask myself all the time is why is this town here, or why is this item here, or whatever, or why do people use this? Because I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It seems really stupid. That's a question that I ask myself a lot in a lot of games, and I kind of enjoy like figuring out why something might be there, or why it's an option, or why someone might use it. Even if that reason is they're retarded. And that's why
Yeah.
the
I would
items
say-
there is they just suck at balancing. And then I find that out, it's like, okay.
There's a chaos warrior near.
Yeah, and I would say to me that's a different conversation. One is what's enjoyable to me, and then another is what's the best in the slot. And I want to maximize both, but I do want to make sure that I'm finding something that's enjoyable, and I'll sacrifice a little bit of best in slot for something that I find extremely enjoyable. if that's what I have to choose. If it happens to be that I get both, that's cool too.
Yeah.
feeling about this one. And get the water.
The Rockhelm breathes his last.
I don't have Emma.
Globadium. That's another leak down. Globadium down.
More Grimm's, more tomes. I really want to level up
Down
some.
there.
I only looked up the first script.
Well,
We can stop
look
here and
it up.
Yeah.
Tab out.
Okay. What's the name of this level again?
Convocation of Decay.
Convocation of Decay.
I think it's Convocation of Decay.
Sigma will shield us against what lies beyond.
Convocation of the Gay. The second grim, where can we find it?
Convocation of the Gay.
Of Decay.
A convocation.
The second grim, where can be found after you drop down into the old city cesspit. Look around for a set of keys. Keys can.
You can stop us. You're welcome to bloody try.
Once you have all the once you have the keys, you'll leave the old city cesspit and come to a room with 2 beams running across the area. Move to. Oh, I will die if you let me
We
die.
probably left him. Fuck. Jesus.
Oh my god, I'm coming back.
I'm sorry. No, you're
No,
fine.
you're dead already.
You're fine. No, we're retarded.
You guys
We're retarded.
absolutely
We are.
mean.
We
We're
are
retarded.
retarded.
I
We're retarded.
Fully admit we're wrong. Let's move on.
Ryan jumped down. I was like, all right, here we go.
I literally heard you say you can find the second grimoire after you jump down into the city.
Ryan was like,
sewer."
good.
And I'm like, all right, cool. We got our info. Let's go. And that was it. And then Justin followed me because I don't know
And the
why.
last guy did.
What did you guys?
Because we're dumb.
We're tired. I don't think about this
So you gotta find some keys down in that room.
shit. And I will say, from my perspective, I definitely
I found keys.
appreciate your concept of fun, which is that you can take literally anything and you fucking figure out like a lot of theory crafting around it anyways, and trying to min-max is the game for you. It doesn't matter if it's the most boring world and build ever, if you have fun with it. I think that kind of comes back to like the Path of Exile thing where I just can't handle it if there's not enough active mechanics. If it's all
Yeah.
theory crafting, no, you have to.
Yeah. I love the theory of it all. Very much.
Just in all, like, I don't like
I
theory, I
get
just
that.
need to balance.
I think I get that crazy dopamine rush when I finally feel like I've figured it all out and set my character up. And it's like amazing. And then of course I find out that I didn't actually figure it all out. But then that's just another adventure for another day. What do I do with these keys, Troy?
There's a fluff.
You
Oh,
get like the 2 beams, and
You have to. Oh, you have to go to. You have to jump up some rocks at some corner of the room,
Ooh, this looks wild.
Doing that.
and then you'll. Yeah, like that. And then you walk across the beams. And there's something over there.
Oh boy. How am I supposed to find this?
That can't be it.
There's a chained chest. It says.
It's a gutter runner.
At the end of the corridors, you should find a chest that is wrapped up in chains. Use the key that you found in the old city cesspit to unlock it, and then grab the
Oh, I gotta keep going here. Hold on.
Yeah, watch out for that. Let's kill the assassin first. You're like, oh, okay, keep going. I'm dead.
Oh, you walk across the beams for sure.
Over here?
Yeah. And then you find a key. The chest.
Well, look with me.
Beware fluffer.
Do I?
Wait, go back. Isn't it right there in that wall area? Isn't that there? Did you pick up the keys?
Yeah? What is that room I was looking at? Is that backward? I'm gonna drop down and see what
Yeah. At the end, alright, it says jump onto the beams and then follow them to the opposite side of the room and into some additional corridors. At the end of the corridors, you should find a chest that is wrapped up in chains.
Okay, so I probably just need to keep going that
Behind you, behind you. Right.
Yeah. Let's go further.
I guess you gotta jump down. Maybe everyone should come. I don't know. I think you gotta jump down. Everyone come. Where's the chest? Might be in the next room. There it is! You got it.
Is it just really far back there?
Well, the
Yes.
thing is, we didn't want to drop down.
Mm.
You know, like that's spooky.
Oh, you're
You
back.
gotta drop down and get separated.
I dropped back down to the big
Yeah,
square
he's in
room.
this. He's in the cesspit again.
That's a bit scary.
You just
Well,
thought.
it's not scary. I
maybe the
just thought I
chest
was
would
going
be there
back.
before.
I was like, oh, I don't want to just like go back to the first room. But it wasn't. Tomes.
We've already
The last one
lost
we-
one.
We did?
Yeah, I had
It
it.
was upstairs.
Wait, what?
It was upstairs. We left it on the body.
We have 0 tomes, so there's other tomes
I
around.
died with the tome.
Yeah, okay, so there's 2 other tomes.
I know one over here. There's one over here.
Let's find the 2 other tomes. You're res, Troy.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
Oh shit! Nugget.
Yeah, it's like the horde's moving and Troy is standing still once again.
Yeah, I know where one is. You got the back.
Yeah.
Hey Troy.
Good.
Hey Troy, you're alive.
Oh, there's a few enemies. I need help. Sweet.
I'm Buffy. You call me Buffy.
Nice.
Kidding.
Oh, for the love of there's a warfire throwing nearby.
There's one. He's got it over there.
Armored heretic, fight the righteous fight.
Hey! How dare.
I thought for a second.
There's a loot dice. Loot dice.
Bug. So I should.
There's a guy running away.
Hang about.
I was running.
Nice rat.
The leg back on. Listen up. That's a Kazaki. All right. Come on then.
Okay, we got her. There's no friendly fire, so that's going after me.
Can you not have precision, Borax? The head!
What the fuck?
There's more. Oh no! They pushed me off! Oh my god!
Thanks for taking that, Troy. Let's get somewhere that doesn't have stuff below us. Right here.
Gotta save the Victor.
Does he have a grimoire?
On the job.
Fair. Hey, Troy, you're right here. You can look up the last tome, right?
Holy shit.
You probably missed it. I think it's the end.
Savaged body. This looks like the way down. These North
Alright, I feel like everyone dies on this one because they get bored and they run around in circles around the edge and then get caught.
You should never
By
crave
themselves,
evils, Crowbar. For if
Oh, yeah, I
one's
suck
worse,
at this
then you
one.
might be
I'm hard.
That they just stick together despite the temptation.
This Nurgle. Pretty bad.
I always just get overwhelmed with specials.
Yeah,
No, sir. There is the thought, sir.
definitely take out any gas. Here. You're like this guy. He's doing it. He's doing it. Resist temptation. Resist.
I'm literally gonna stand on him.
Yeah, we gotta get the other one. I didn't resist it.
I'm gonna get that glove, dude.
Yes, do that, please, God Almighty.
Still bloody hurts, but I'm not bleeding now.
Consumed by their own magic.
Blessed sick roll. That last blow went deeper than I thought.
Yeah, honestly, we really need
Still haven't learned.
oil deer to us. I wanted to say globular for some
Oh,
reason.
please. Please.
I'm
Yeah, I thought you guys were covering me.
More to give us a kick.
I was killing specials.
Let's recover. Let's recover.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
Up you get.
What if I leave the circle and res this guy? Help. Please, God, I'm so low.
God.
Oh!
Bro, go right that other guy.
I'm dead.
No! Why? I think it's so ridiculous.
I thought someone was covering me. Let's go for a special.
I don't know how I would cover you. I literally turned and looked, and you were like in the middle of a putt. I hate this game. Put me at like 6.99.
Or we could probably just face plant one and get you there. Just do like a 5-minute face plant.
Yeah, I don't. At that point, why not just play the mission? That is the second time it's done that
As
to
long
me.
as you avert your eyes from Helmgard.
Why can't I just play the character I want to play? I don't understand it.
Yeah, it is sort of frustrating. I'm already... Like, you're already trying to build up
hate
the
it.
talents.
They should really do it where, if they want to have the sort of like, oh, you're new. Like, once you've got like a level 20 whatever on like a different class, like, they're obviously not a noob anymore, you know?
Alicia says
Maybe they'll
there's
turn
a
into
Yeah.
you, but
in the winds of magic centered around an old elf temple nearby. Take a wander, have a gander, and put a stop to whatever it is they're up to. We've a lot of work to do, and we won't stand a chance if you're left marching up and down the countryside.
The temple is close. The trees tell me so.
Elven ruins. Ha! Nothing but...
A fleeting shadow! There's a potion. Probably poisoned, but there it is.
Somebody!
An
Music's
elixir
kinda nice
there
in this
if you
level.
want to risk a mayfly alchemist's
it's
art.
kind of extreme like a didgeridoos.
What?
Extreme like a didgeridoos.
A at last, a bit of real wilderness.
Honestly, when I was going to bed earlier, I was like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and I'm just gonna find out where every single grimoire and tome is, and I'm gonna go run, like, easy mode, and just do it all, and I'm gonna level every single character up to 12, so I never get locked out of a class again. But then Troy told me you were here.
Ow!
I dropped down.
Wait, what? There is friendly fire?
I mean, I think you take fire from the barrel, so it's kind of like neutral fire.
No.
Jump down if you guys are annoyed. We're pretty much free down.
I like this though. This is a fun one. Alright, screw the Grims. Tomes. Where are the tomes in this level?
If you guys protect me, I'll...
Okay, Troy, I will
After the boss,
stand
after the boss.
directly, nope, right this moment.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, the tome is right ahead.
Nice pushing, Joe. Okay.
Are all the Imperials so eager to get on?
Oh my god. You see that?
Yeah.
I'm still bloody hurt, but at least I'm not bleeding now.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand on you, Troy.
Okay.
You look up.
I'm looking it up.
Where's the drop?
AFK 30-second apple.
What's the name of the...
Apple
Athel
Yenui.
Yenui. A-T-H-E-L Yen Louis.
The first home is easy to locate. It's only a few minutes into the mission. As you head from the spawn point, keep to the right-hand side of the woods. After you reach the river, with cliffs on either side of you, keep going. You'll eventually come on the other side, climb a gentle slope, drop down into a small pit. As you hang right, you'll see an overturned tree. Crawl through the log, keep walking forwards, you'll see a tome in a box on the floor.
I think I know where this one is.
Behind us?
You said go through this canyon, right, Craig?
Dude, I've
Okay, let's go.
that all tapped in.
All tapped
Wait,
in.
oh, do you want me to all tap in? Alright, let's go. I don't have ammo.
Bombs and gobbles. Now that's a good mix.
So I took it.
There's a bomb. There's a bomb. We're gonna...
Oh. Yeah, sometimes they're like black powder as an ammo.
Yeah, I know this one.
I'll have something over here.
Or these.
Think you can match an Aztec with sheer numbers? The arrogance.
There's an overturned log.
Nice one.
Yeah, these stay right over here. Let's wait for it. It's a little farther.
Let's lovely. Down.
The log's such a great defensive point.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I might be able to glitch you through the wall. I don't know.
What did you not like about Guru, Troy?
I love them.
Why didn't you find them? Because when I was at the front line, you literally all came to the front line. You guys love being at the front line, so I was like, alright. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so you and Justin both love being at the front line, so because that's like saying you like to breathe air. Like, yeah. I do, yes. All the time, dude, I'm always...
Healing over here.
They literally come from the front, and I'm covering your peg, and then they come from the back, and you guys all switch sides, and then I switch sides.
No discipline. Opening up without warning.
I left you healing back there if we're trying to try hard.
What? I want to heal. What?
Yeah, it's back where the tome is. If you guys can come.
I'm so tired that I couldn't figure out why my character was sliding to the right. But it's because I was pressing D. And I didn't realize.
That's gonna be good when you get the huntsman, and then you gotta get headshots.
Huh?
It's gonna be good when you have to get headshots.
I'd probably get a go to bed. And that's why I hate this game.
Healing tools.
Because what I really wanted to unlock Shade, and I was like 11.95, and I had to go to bed.
Healing back. Don't you wonder it? You reckon you got your doorway with that? We got the strangler.
Revolting? It could be worse.
Don't let that Rakizar know we're here. Say worse than this. Hang on.
No, I am coming to you.
Stop.
I seem to be getting surrounded.
I messed up my jump and went too far. Oh god! I messed up my pickaxe. I swung too early. Going for it, I guess.
What? No, I just collect them all and then come back to you guys. Do a lot of AoE damage. It actually, it's like, you have to touch the guy to kill them. But if I touch the little rats with my ult, it straight up kills them. 100% to 0.
Alright, Grim's over here. You mean if you pass the room?
Okay.
Alright, where?
Find me.
I think just one Grim is good. I don't know where to go for 2 Grims.
To get up to this cliff somehow.
Stay quiet. There's a Rakizar nearby.
I'm not sure if this is... Yeah, this is it.
What?
No, you can't go up there. You can't go up here.
Yeah, well, maybe we're already high enough. It's somewhere around this, like, little ledge area. Pretty sure. I ain't know.
One of them black rats.
What are them black rats?
Well, I know where the other one is, so we're only going for one. And we can just not do.
Yeah, let's go for the later one.
Anyone have some healing? Or an arm they ain't using? Portion here. I can't vouch for the taste.
Oh, I think I remember the second.
Second one over here, yeah. Second
Right.
code.
Yeah.
This area's just got them all.
No sense leaving that bomb behind.
It reeks of black mold.
There's a gas racky somewhere close by.
Somewhere. Right.
Heals. Oh wait, no, it's a potion of strength.
Alright.
Caution,
Assassins
here.
just go close together.
That gas rat's about to throw. Sigma, it's going to
Assassin's
blow.
way over there.
Saggy, kill it! Kill it
I'm
now!
gonna go look this one up. Watch me.
Grappling gun!
Getting
The
shot at,
gunner
right?
is slain!
I'll take that.
Oh, goodness. I'm tired.
As you reach the mouth of the Skaven tunnels, they're marked by dozens of red flags. Just walk slightly to the right. In a small crate to the one side is the second turn.
Alright. I think it's farther up this way.
Come on! I've a message from us!
Oh, it's that crate right there.
This one?
No, this one. I guess. I found it.
Where? Give me my Oh. Wait, that's a tome.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys were talking about grimoires.
There is a grimoire at the other side, but we're gonna get the second one, so we're not gonna get this first one.
Thanks for cleaning up my side, Troy.
You're welcome.
First and side one. Kill that fire rat. There, gas rat. That gas rat needs to die. Portion here. I can't vouch for the taste.
It's TTWD, the guy typed that.
I typed that.
Oh.
It was because when I alt tapped in, for some reason my typing thing was open, and I was just trying to. I was trying to tag the thing on the ground and move forward, but
Dead and done.
Yeah, it stands for The Walking Dead.
Get the stronger. There's one tiny rat to your left.
Oh, I'm so tired.
So the trees
Nerds
think
ready?
it's funny to bar my way. Well, I'll show them.
Pete, let's do.
Ah, you got the one rat, Troy. Nice.
thanks. I practiced shooting after I threw. There's heals.
Teeth, Rakita!
Rather some milk or
There's some heals over there.
Back up to you.
boots here. Shit.
On your boots, sir. Right word must say. Good start going out of it. Come on, man. Strangler! Strangler rat. Catch that! Bump the sword. Gas! Where? Get clear! Get clear!
Medical
One
supplies.
heal
Over
left.
here.
Oh, goodness.
Medical supplies.
Which
Find this
way
rock.
to the temple
This is
proper?
one of my favorite levels.
Quick, protect me!
There's a rattling somewhere close.
Hey, it's a black spur! Oh, what Look at the wonders we've seen!
I'm tired for sure. My reaction time went way down. I'm like, oh, that's alright. I should probably block them.
Wait.
I could do this all day!
Hear
I gotta
that?
go over here.
Wait.
Quickly now!
What?
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
go
nail!
here. Secret button. Secret.
No, Troy. God dang.
What?
Break it down!
Barrel.
Oh,
There's one up there too, Troy. If you wanna get it.
okay.
Up, horse.
Never mind. Let's move left, Jesse.
I'm with you guys.
Fall back.
Yeah, up here should be a button. Maybe you pressed it.
No.
Freaking this class, this career is like just completely trivializes Horde.
With the alts or with the weapons?
I am lost.
The
I'll not die here.
you can hit more mobs with each swing, and when you hit enough mobs, you increase your attack speed. And yeah, the ultimate also just staggers everything in range. It's just like all you do is just kill horde rats, and you don't do anything else.
That's what I was gonna do with him. But
Yeah,
There's some button somewhere we're missing. I thought it was up here.
Can you not taste the poison on the wind?
If you want to look it up, Troy, you can.
God,
Okay.
that's dead.
I'll tab.
That's a
Alright, what are we looking for?
There's one last button, and then it's kind of up here, where I'm facing right now.
What is gonna appear?
The brick.
Head up a hill. As it cuts right, there's a balcony, and at the end of that is the brick. Once you... So, for the third and final brick, head out of the ruins, as if you're going back onto the large path surrounding the ruins, and head up the hill. As it cuts right, there's a balcony, and at the end of that is the brick.
brought them up.
It makes sense to me.
Filthy plague fanatics!
Some sort of horde.
Horde.
Must be a
Horde.
spawn!
No, boss.
The closer you are to it, the more likely it is to do that slow attack, and I can always get away.
I mean, behind.
Short bow's pretty great, don't you think, Justin?
A long bow did shoot arrows.
What? You can reposition and shoot. Reposition while you shoot.
It's fine. Don't try more, guys. I'd rather fucking headshot that gunner.
Vermintide, Rocky! Watch for assassins!
The gas rat.
Okay, so I'm supposed to go out of the ruins, and then there's a hill to the right, and a balcony.
Could we just maybe and figure it out later? Cause I am tired.
Alright, let's do that.
I mean, if we knew what to do, where it was, it'd be different. But
Yeah, let's just move for it.
Yeah, I must have always seen those two, and then some guy hides and gets the third. Without me noticing.
I was talking about the Grimoire.
That's what I'm saying, like the third book.
Ammunition!
And,
Thank Valaya!
healing. Healing back here, Troy.
Oh, get him. Short bow's pretty sweet. You can reposition while you're shooting.
man, I did every single quest. I still don't really even understand like what we're doing in this map.
You mean like the lore or whatever?
Why are we trying to mess with this magic thing? Right,
Try
exactly.
too hard on
I don't know.
There's something though. There's some sort of lore here. but I just don't know.
Guy in the middle. Guy in the middle. Guy next to you.
I mean,
Alright, we'll kill a horde and then we'll move it.
Here, plague rat fanatics.
Plague rats.
I think the short bow also recharges my ult faster.
Fare thee well, fire rat.
That second air's no match for us. Looks like the crystal.
The first one got messed up a little bit, I think. I messed that up.
It's nearly in position.
this real
Look for
good.
another crystal.
Watch out.
Incoming.
that's too many plague rats, man.
That's the sound of plague vermin. We're about to have a fight, Mayflies.
Those plague vermin seem to disappear. Oh, there's a lot of enemies. I'm in a grenade.
I think y'all just left by this pops.
Nice.
I feel like you're doing shit, so.
Taste is worse than the
Yeah.
smell.
That's what ranged weapons do. They're like coming at you. You kill.
Yeah.
The longbow would just
But
be
you're
one shot to the
acting like I
face
can't
instead
do
of 3
anything.
shots to
You're
the
acting
body.
like I can't kill anything.
Oh, yeah. No. Armored dudes. He has problems with. Which would be like gunners, or I don't know how far the range goes. I haven't used it too much, but I do. You know, maybe it's different from Vermin 1. I just remember in Vermin 1, it would just ding off armored nerds. So it might.
You have to headshot the armored guys for the short bow, for sure.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised if they did change it so that it can handle it in some capacity. Because that was always a problem with it.
Yeah. I think it's just a lot more specials that aren't armored as well.
We tied it in headshots. Sure. What?
I wasn't really trying to get headshots.
I mean,
Just
I saw
another
you farm them there.
I wasn't even trying. I wasn't trying.
You know the one that like kills anything instantly? No, I don't do that.
Why can't I pick the huntsman? Oh, there it goes.
What a sexy bearded man.
so many chests open, I just saved them all.
So tall. I need to upgrade my axes. There's no way to upgrade item level, right? It's just like upgrade, you get more traits.
Nope.
That's it. I'm like, I gotta craft another one?
You have to craft one if you want the item level to go up. You have to craft.
What's this one do?
What determines what the item level will be when you craft?
I think
Your current hero level.
What?
Your current hero level, although I think it's cumulative with the other heroes, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, overall, I think it just goes higher the more you play. And, I don't know. Like, I think I just crafted 236 dual axes. I think if I were to craft another one, it would be probably exactly 236, and we can test it. But
Yeah.
so some number means that I'm currently crafting 236 level.
Justin, do you see the aura icon?
Okay, it's right here. Stop. Right here.
That's incredibly small.
I think that's the same for stamina.
I don't see an aura icon. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
small. Yeah, I think it's like when we got each other's backs and we're like, "Arrgh." That's weird. Not exactly sure why they made it so small.
I mean, my shield buff pretty small too.
Let me see your shield buff. Yeah, it's the same.
We're just a whole. What's your buff, Justin? Do you have a buff?
Path of Carnage. I get attack speed.
Buff for us? Oh, aura.
0 enemies. I got an anti-enemy aura around me. It's about axe length. Goodbye, axes. I'm going 195 to 236. I feel like this big enough to go. To lose my epic stat.
Yeah. I've just like chosen a couple stats that I really like, and then I'm like, that's the one I'm gonna keep. Like for this chick, it's the movement speed, and for mage chick, it's the health. But like everything else, I'm just like, power, please, thank you. Because even if you do get something really great, like, then when you lose it, it's gonna be like, I don't know, you might not be able to figure out how to deal anymore. I don't know.
Alright, I gotta sleep.
Good night. See you later.
Good night.
Probably going to bed too.
Yeah. Handmaiden's hella fun, dude. I killed the little rattos with one left click, dude.
Yeah, that's the break one. Same
I
here.
thought it was two left clicks, but it's just one.
Oh, on champ, it's gonna be
I don't know, dude. Well, the reason it's just
Yeah,
one
headshot, not.
is because they bleed. Like over here, when I left click, it's 475, but then it bleeds for 350, like 5 times. It goes forever. So it's like left click. It's cool because you can hit the same person multiple times, but what you have to do is you have to hit the one person, and then you have to hit the guy behind him. So that's why you always see me like running through enemies, because I'm trying to hit the guy behind him, you know, like I'm trying to like only hit the front guy once, and then hit the next guy, and then hit the next guy, and then hit the next guy. And then it's perfect with Handmaiden, because once I'm in the middle of everyone, I just turn around, I like turn on my block and run a little further, and then there's a bazillion rats there. I just boom, F, delete every single one that I touch.
Yeah, I think that bleed on your jump kind of does not come alive. Drops off.
It's definitely, you have to touch them. If you do not touch the target, they do not bleed. So
Sure.
yes, you have to
Yeah,
direct.
but also if they're in the middle of a swing, you will take it to the face.
Not if you're blocking. If I have the block,
That's true. I didn't try to block it.
yeah, block while you jump. I'm the block master, dude. You got.
Yeah, I just didn't think you could have something
Yeah.
in the... I didn't think you could be in a character state while doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this. Try to headshot him, dude. Even the headshots don't do a lot of damage, which I find interesting.
Oh boy.
'Cause yeah. Oof. Oof. Dude, do that to a boss sometime. Oh wait, what? Where are the numbers going?
My big number?
Failing. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, so there's 2 of them. Like, you see I'm swinging. There's another heavy swing with this. If you hold it long enough, your guy literally does like, goes farther back, and then if you're moving forward, you get like a little lurch forward. So it's kind of like heavy attack, or you can do lighted swing attacks, and then you can do like kind of like a heavy attack, which I would do to like kill a Packmaster. Or if you hold it, your guy's like, oh yeah! And
Oh, dude, that's
he moves
awesome.
Bigger.
That's so cool.
I guess it's like a guaranteed crit, dude. It's ridiculous.
That's so cool, dude.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I really like this pickaxe. Because, like, you know, this is good for killing the Packmaster. Boom, dead. Bonk you on the head. But then,
Yeah.
like, it's pretty much like a two-handed hammer with higher damage. A little bit less of a sweep. You know, like, I feel like the hammer's like a 180. Where it's just like the whole half your circle is just knocked out. But it's a little bit higher damage. A little bit slender of radius. And then it's got like an X pattern rather than like a straight line across. So like if you're lining up headshots, you gotta like change it. Overall, it's like basically a two-handed hammer with a little bit more damage and like a way better like special execution power. I'll
Yeah.
just open up with it like a storm of rooms coming at me. I'm like, hey, okay, whack you on the head, and then I switch axes.
Yeah.
But the axes do so much damage. Let's see. I don't know if shield. I think the pickaxe is special. I guess I should do this more on the shield, guys. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, those are good hits. Those are some nice hits, for sure. My left click for the fire chick was like 1,000. So, like 1,000 is like not amazing, but it's like the baseline of a hit, I think. I think it takes, and yeah, those left clicks are like barely kill the little redos. So I think the little redos have 1,000 health.
Yeah, so with these axes, like, they all do the same damage, all the swing. Except for this is just, like, save up. So you kind of, like, right as you're going into the storm, and you're like, headshot, you know, with 2 axes. And then you go straight to, like, do the single swings, because it's not, like, worth doing the other one. This guy's got a cool one where you block, you push, and then you do, like, a follow-up. So, like, I just
That's
keep...
interesting.
Oh, do it with the daggers. The daggers have it, too. Block, and then keep with it. So like block and then keep the button down.
Wait, what? Oh, block?
Block, keep the button down. Yeah. Or block, push. Sorry.
Oh!
Push and keep the button down. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. But it doesn't do extra damage.
No. It's just like a quick follow-up. I don't think it's actually any better. It's just like a different fluid. It's just a different fluidity depending on the situation.
I guess.
If there's a single rat, you know, you kind of push him and jab him in the face and move on. But like, I never actually do it in the case of levels. Like, I'll just push and then left click. But it's nice in the middle. You know, it's like in the center of your screen. Like, I'm gonna poke you. You know, it's not like a slash. You just gotta like tilt your screen up to get the headshot. You can like point it. It's like a rapier. You know, when you do the rapier power up attack, where you're just like, and I get a needle headshot. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got an overhead thing, so it's like if I block or if I push and then move it up, it's just like 2 overhead swings. It's real nice.
That one looks great. Here, do that one to the target dummy really quick, just so I see how much damage it does. Yeah, dude, look, that's great.
Yeah, because it's 2
Yeah, mine is good.
Yeah.
Okay, well that crit, but...
Yeah. I do think the axes are a little bit overpowered. They're super good. The only reason I need to pull out my pickaxe is for, 1, to get the pack masters, so that it's like a 1-hit shot move, you know what I mean? Whereas the axes, I'd have to get 2 or 3, and then you know, hook me or whatever. And then swords, there's just so many. I don't pull out my pickaxe, but everything else, my pickaxe is so overpowered. But I think that's just like the trade-off. It's like, yeah, you don't have range, so here's some weapons that are clearly better than everybody else's weapons.
Yeah. Dude, okay. You're doing good damage there, but... Alright, you're doing good damage, but check out this damage right here. Look! It's more damage! It's more damage!
It is?
Yeah! 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 Dude, you're fucking...
It's not armor
rockets.
piercing.
Well... It's, you know, we got headshot the armor guys.
That's surprising damage for, you know, I don't have ammo.
It's great for bosses. It's great for like emergent situations where like someone's getting dragged away by one of those little guys. Just, you can like jump around and like do all this shit.
I just never want to have like, oh, there's a gunner, I'm out of ammo. Like that's just not acceptable. So like I'll prioritize like, you know, I'll make do with like getting rid of a horde of my melee so I can have these arrows for special.
I definitely cannot like, I don't know. It's really nice dealing with hordes. The short bow is super nice because it gives you vision of what's going on around you. So what you do is you're like slice, and then you're like, oh no, like, you know, you go back and you shoot a couple times, and then you're like, oh, you reassess the situation, like you reassess everything. You're able to look around for specials. You're able to like look around if you should be doing something else, and then if you shouldn't be doing something else, then you go back in, you know. But then like, and there's too many, you know, and then you back up and you get vision, you know.
Have you ever
it's
done the
perfect.
two-handed hammer or
Yeah.
pickaxe?
Well, I've done the two-handed hammer.
Two-handed hammer is so funny because you charge it, you know, it's all power attacks. So
Yeah.
like, let's see. So you do this, you charge and swing, and then as you're charging up the other one, you look behind yourself and then you turn back.
Yeah.
So like I'll just like be like surveying the situation, and they're all knocked down. So I'm like, oh, I look at the
Yeah.
situation. All right.
You literally like turning your back to the masses of the hordes, or, you know.
In between swings. Yeah.
I did that consistently in Vermintide 1 with the Fire Wizard, because the Fire Sword worked that way, where you could do that.
Yeah.
They changed the Fire Sword, you can't do that anymore.
I just like the normal sword in her, or I actually like the dagger.
Dude, Mace is totally really good.
Mace is good too if you got people that are reliable horde clear. Like, you know.
You're a reliable
That's
horde.
what I'm saying. Yeah, if you're with like me, then that would be great.
I mean, the Fire Mage is reliable. With the staff.
Sure. What if they're in your face and you can't fireball them?
Yeah, you can. You can absolutely point blank fireball somebody. And they can't interrupt it, because you just, it's too fast. Like, it instantly shoots out, which is nice.
I found the elf's house.
What?
The elf's house.
What?
Over
Oh, there's a little house over there. Oh, this is nice. Oh, dude, this is my house! This is me! This is where I am. Oh. Oh. Nice. Here's my swords. This is my little frame with absolutely nothing inside, but, you know, that's how I like it.
Ryan says, like, oh, Slayer's just worse. You just fundamentally don't have range or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it does, sometimes suck. But, like, I've played one-handed hammer dwarf, like Ironbreaker, and he does a lot of damage. And that's not even close to how much I do on this game. Like, I wreck shit. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I clear the field so that everybody else can deal with, the specials more than, other people. Because the hammer does, like, good CC, but it's, like, just the guys in front of you. Just the guys that are gonna, like, hit you. And nobody else, you know what I mean? Like, not the guys past them, or not the guys maybe near you. Whereas, like, the two-handed hammer, the pickaxe would do that, but I'm not gonna just take that as my main weapon on the Ironbreaker. So then you don't get hit, and then you're running around with basically these two-handed axes that have a little bit more weight than these two-handed axes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You don't have the CC tankness of it. But then I'm pretty much the shade too when it comes to boss station. I'm just like, pop that strength potion, pop that attack speed.
I'm getting pretty good at aggroing. You have to get right next to the boss to aggro them. And as soon as I hit level 15, I'm gonna have that bonus move speed. I feel like I'm gonna be able to like just absolutely kite the shit out of bosses.
I mean, the shade. The problem with the shade, is just all the backstab shit, dude. Because it's like,
I don't know how to get a backstab. How are you ever gonna get a backstab in your life?
I rip shit to shreds, and if he turns and looks at me, I'm like, okay, well, I'll dodge you, of course, and block something, but then I'm gonna also hit you in the face too. And on the shade, you're just like, well, I had to throw a dagger your way, I guess.
Well, for me, like when the boss is gonna, dude, the short bow's so good. When the boss is gonna do a swing, I just like back up and like do 3 shots, and while I'm doing those shots, I'm like looking around. I can't get hit by the boss, and I go right back in. If it looks good.
What's the damage of the short bow compared to the damage of the longbow? Because if the longbow is just twice as much.
Alright, let's see. 1175, and then.
I might just actually buy something from Vermintide 1.
Definitely Vermintide 1, I don't know. Alright, so 1175. Don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Oh,
Wow!
9300!
That's insane. Okay, dude, I'm trying to test that too. Alright, 1175.
All the 10,000 numbers are me.
Please. It's hard to imagine. So 1175 versus 1950. So that's like
How many
2/3.
arrows do you have?
I got 27 with the longbow, and then 70 with a short bow. So like over twice as much.
What are the key words on the two bows?
Dude, the short bow is actually crowd control, which I thought was interesting. It's rapid fire, crowd control, headshot damage. And then longbow is shield breaking, sniper versatile. Dude, shortbow is headshot damage? Maybe I should focus on that, because it's actually like pretty easy or it's a lot easier to get headshots with the shortbow. Because you just point blank. It's a bigger head that you can shoot. But the longbow is, shield breaking, sniper, versatile. I don't know.
I wonder if sniper bundles in some of that. Like, I wonder if sniper's like armor piercing and headshot damage.
I think sniper is just the fact that it zooms in when you right.
Yeah, but I do think it's got headshot damage. You headshot something, they're fucking dead.
Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna
Obviously
headshot.
not like a Chaos Warrior or the...
Headshot with the longbow. 26, 25. Headshot with the short bow should be 2/3 of that. 26, 25. Oh, wait, that was the short bow. Wait, alright. 26, 25 versus the long bow. 26. Oh my god, please. Wait, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think that's the sniper. It's just
Alright, yeah, insta-crit. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is a sniper. It's insta-critting headshots. Interesting.
Okay, yeah, Warpix keyword is heavy charged attack. I think that's what that whole thing is. I do want to test something else. Yeah, so, you know, I do think the approach works at actually killing specials, but if it's fine, then, and you're doing it, you know what I mean? It's just not going to be like, oh, there's a guy, literally going to look at him, shoot at him one time.
But that's the thing, dude, is that, like, there's a special out there, but, like, you have to move into a position to see special, you know? And, like, with the short bow, you can do that while you're right-clicked, and so immediately when it's in position, then you shoot. But, like, with the long bow, like, you have to get there, and then you have to charge up, and then you have to shoot. And it's like...
Yeah, I guess I just don't have too much problem with it. Like, I mean, that's... You play a bunch of PUBG, and one of the bigger weapons is, like, a Car 98, which is just a one-shot full action, but if you get the headshot, it's instant down, so it's like you gotta just turn around at the guy behind you, poke him, you know, shoot him once in the face. You know, I basically just run out without it zoomed in, look at the guy, you know, find him with my eyes, and then just...
Yeah.
I don't use my bow at all besides that, so... But I do like melee a lot more in this game, so maybe it's just that, like, I don't even want to be shooting my bow, and I'd rather go back into melee.
Yeah, dude, how do you pick these up? Oh, you pick up. This one needs to get the fuck out, dude. It's just making noise. I don't like it.
That's good. My stack based off each target hit. I was worried that I was using my stacks with my, like, pickaxe. That
Yeah.
only lasts for 2 seconds, so it's not going up for 30.
This cool.
Super. Look how low that is. Oh, I'm hit for 900 damage every hit.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely you have to pass through the target, because if it wasn't, then these guys would be damaged by my ultimate, but they're just not damaged. Because I can't pass through them. But the actual redos in the game that you pass through get hurt. But you have to literally collide with them and move through them. And you can, if you know.
I gotta try this. Next time a shield vermin comes up, I gotta try this out. Whoa, whoa! Fucking dead.
Yes, 7,000.
Just the fact that it seems to like get past the shields, you know what I mean? Like, you'll notice if I was over here doing my like powered or auto attack on this guy with my axes, there's just it's that shield that does like 900 damage. Whereas like straight over something.
Yeah.
I guess it is lowering it. It's not high.
Yeah.
No, it's not any better.
Wait, what?
It's a high number. It's just decreased by the same percentage.
Yeah. That's what I was really surprised by too. I thought headshots on armor targets like would reduce or still be good, but like yeah, it's not.
I mean, there's a little bit else to get. The They're not like, oh, they don't have armor anymore. They still have the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta backstab the shield guys, or like attack them with a lot of like small attacks to like knock them off their guard. So
Dude, but even as backstabbing, it's not more damage for me.
I felt it when I get behind them. They don't. I don't think the dummies are too reliable. But,
Yeah, dude, that's shady.
like if I get behind a shield vermin, I'll hit them like 10 times in their face, and then they'll turn to something else and just execute them.
Yeah.
That is why I like my jump, because it's like, oh, yeah, I do it all the time for the attack speed buff, but if I wanted to get behind these guys, for example, I'd just be like, okay, hello, what's up? Boom.
Yeah.
So look how fast this comes up, ready? And pop it. Up again.
Nice.
I wonder if it's faster than mine. But like my buff's still up too. My buff is
Yeah.
just falling off. Buff just fell off. Yeah, it basically comes up like a few seconds before my buff falls off.
Before your buff?
Yeah, so I can have it up 100%.
Nice.
I have like so sometimes I'll pop it and be like rats.
Hopefully, there's enough rats to kill, man. Need to have a weapon that does less damage, so charge.
I mean, it's fast enough without the buff.
Yeah. Like, me... Yeah.
It's about 3
Like-
times as long if I don't hit anybody.
Every time I do my ultimate, the short bow is also nice then, because I do the ultimate and I get to a position there's no enemies next to me, but these little shots really cool it down a lot. If I get a critical, it cools down like a bazillion.
Oh, there's a talent, MT talent, which might be good for the longbow, where you go invisible for 3 seconds, but I think you lose it when you take your first shot. So like, you basically like zoom away, be invisible, take your aim with a special, take a shot, and then you're not invisible. You know.
Wait, you go invisible?
So, last time.
Oh! So, what makes you go uninvisible?
I think attacking. I think.
Oh.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That's shade. You going invisible. Maybe it's not.
What will your kinsfolk be thinking?
And what were you trying to say with
when
that?
they're
Oh, it'd be
surely
better
having
for
wars
longbow,
of their
because we
own?
have to get a few shots
They'll
off.
do
with the
fine,
short-
Selkie. They don't need
Yeah.
me.
you know.
Oh, I agree that one smelly dwarf is much like another, but have you no longing to return?
When the time is right, have no fear.
And that we...
No rush, is there? No hurry at
Right,
all.
Alright. It's weird. Wait, one more thing. It's weird because, you know, back in the... Oh, wait, are you there? I can't tell sometimes because when I right-click and go to hunt a special, I always get hit by Redos. And, like, I don't really know if you...
Right click to go
guys-
hunt. You mean like zoom in?
Yeah, when I was using the longbow, I like right click to like kill a special, and I'd be like, I'm killing a special, and like I would just get hit by Redos, which is weird to me because whenever you guys were right clicking, you kill a special, you right click, and you didn't get hit by Redos. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, normally what I'll do, well, it depends, you know. But like normally what I'll do is like I'll be swinging, someone gets zapped, you know, I'll dodge to the side, glance over, see the guy, and part of it is lining up your cursor before you do the aim, rather than being like, oh, I need to find him, aim, and then move it around. Like you want to pre-line up your cursor so that it's already, for the most part, on his head, and then you zoom in, and before it's even kind of like done zooming in, you can already take the shot, and then it's been a split second since you've started doing, since you were vulnerable to a rat. And sometimes you get hit, but you don't want to. You want to do most of the work before you hit the zoom.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nice with the short bow being it, like, first of all, not zooming in, and second of all, being at full speed. Like, I can have a Redo chasing me while I'm killing a special, and it won't hit me, because I'm faster than
Can you handle, like, the far, far away ones much? Like, sometimes it's nice, like, oh, there's one of them way over there who will be a problem.
I can run straight at it.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to do that. Like, with a longbow, you just literally say, oh, there he is. He's dead.
Yes, but if I'm standing still, I get hit by Redo.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, like, as they're coming up. Or, like, if you're in, like, a situation that's not like you're got a horde on you sort of thing.
Even when I don't have a horde on me, some Redo jumps from some ledge and pops up, hits me. Okay.
I've gotten some heavy paranoia from playing a lot of daggers, so like I'll always just be like, there won't be a 2-second span where I don't flip around and probably push.
Well, yeah, but you're trying to snipe some special.
Well, you don't spend too long focusing out. Like, you do a glance. If you don't see him, you move and maybe kill some rats while you're moving, and then glance around.
You can't just let a globadier throw his thing. You have to, if he's behind a tree or something, you have to get in position to see him as fast as possible because you don't want him to throw the globe.
Sure. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be moving slow and zoomed and stuff. You can still be like handling yourself.
That's the thing, is that as soon as I I get to the other side, so he's in vision now, and I don't have time to kill all the rats next to me. I can either kill the rats next to me and then, zoom in and shoot, and he's already thrown the globe, or I could just shoot him, but then I get hit by the ratos.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a problem. I mean, I could play some like Ironbreaker and play handgun, which is pretty much the same thing, just even more of a sniper. I'm kind of
I don't really know how you do that. Get hit by the rato.
I can play an Ironbreaker game right now if you want.
Well, you're not saying right now. You're saying
I could play one right now. Yeah.
No, I think